Hey guys, so we are halfway through our 40-day challenge for indoor cycling.
20 days.
20 days.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We invested in a mid-range bike. It's a $1,000 bike. So it's not a cheap bike. It's not an expensive bike. It is good. And that's what I wanted, is like something with quality. It's an Echelon EX3. And right now we are just using the Peloton app to take classes.
Yes. We haven't used the Peloton app exclusively because the bike is an Echelon bike. So we had to get an app on the phone to convert the tension so that we knew what our resistance was when they're shouting stuff out in the class. And so we have to have both the phone and the laptop open, and that's not always a possibility. Like sometimes you need the phone, or you're going out, or I'm going out, or whatever.
Yeah.
So
we've been making it work though. Like it does work. It's annoying that you have to have both, at least right now, but we do make it work.
But what I was going to say is if we can't have both of those things, then one of us will be on the bike just with the laptop and we might be watching a podcast or something. So you're not always, like if somebody follows us on Peloton and they look and they're like, oh, you missed 10 of your 20 days. It's because we haven't always been able to put the Peloton app on. So then we're watching something else and we're spinning on the bike.
Yeah, and I think Vanessa's sister actually cycles a lot now, and she said when she started, she said she might not be able to do everything that they do in the class or, you know, push herself to the upper limit of that, but she's just gonna like spin her legs, you know, like just keep spinning, just keep swimming.
Keep spinning.
Yeah, so that's like goes in hand in hand of like sometimes I really like taking classes, and then other times I literally just want to spin my legs because I could be fatigued. So I do even longer than a half hour. I'll do 45 minutes or an hour, and I'll just spin my legs. I'll watch a podcast. I'll listen to something, watch something, and I also just enjoy that. It's a good way maybe to shut your mind off. And sometimes you need that motivation of like someone going like, yeah, let's do it. And then sometimes I just want like,
yeah, you just want to get on.
Just peaceful. And, yeah.
So, do you have a favorite teacher?
Well, I've only done, have I even done a different teacher? Then it's Emma.
Have you done anyone other than her?
I don't think so. But I do a lot of non-classes. Like I do a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, you do a ton of
like
podcasts.
I probably do half or more like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I do enjoy Emma Lovewell.
Yeah. My favorite is Cody Rigsby. Which, you know, I wanted to try a bunch of other teachers.
Favorite.
I wanted to try a couple other teachers because Cody is my sister's favorite, and I didn't want to just be like, well, he's my favorite too because he's my sister's favorite. So I tried other teachers, and they are very good.
Yeah.
I really like the Encanto one. That woman was awesome. But every time I take one of Cody's classes, I laugh out loud while I'm biking, and I find because I'm like laughing while I'm biking, I end up working myself harder because I don't really realize how hard I'm pushing myself.
Yeah, and I've actually eased into it quite a bit, I think. Like normally in the past when I was riding a lot, like just normal riding outside and running a lot, then I was pushing myself, and sometimes I push myself too hard and then get sore or injured. So I was like really easing into it, and I think that's why I enjoy her classes, Emma's classes, or the ones that I've chosen anyway from her are a little bit more relaxed. Like she still pushes you, but it's not as intense as what Vanessa's doing actually, which is surprising to me that I'm just like really dipping my toes before.
Yeah, well, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
We did miss a couple days.
We did. I've done more on average than a half hour a day.
Yeah.
As like the makeup to like, as a caveat to that, like sometimes I'll go.
Yeah, one day I think you went for an hour and a half.
I do an hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes on the bike, and and most of them are a half hour to 45. But.
Yeah, I did learn like I have to bike in the morning. I have to do it in the morning. If I don't do it in the morning before I get my day going, then I won't do it.
And I bike at night.
And you bike at night, so it's complete opposite. But yeah, I just find once I put Cedar to bed, then like I'm not gonna get on the bike. It's not happening.
Yeah.
So that was why I missed a couple days, because I was like, oh, I'll just do it after I get Cedar down, and then
it just doesn't happen. No, too late in the day. It is very late in the day.
Yeah. You don't have any juice left?
No.
So learned my lesson, and I've been doing it first thing in the morning. Literally, like, some days I'm not even having my celery juice first. I'm just having a glass of water and then hopping on the bike.
Yeah, and I would just say, like, do your research. It's worth it to spend, some hours on your research for your bike. Maybe the app that you want to use, talk to friends that are biking or that do it, because, if you're part of that community or something, then you can challenge each other and kind of really get into it. It's nice to have somebody to bounce that off of and be
Excited with.
Yeah, excited with, and
Accountable.
You want to be accountable, or have someone accountable for you.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, actually, because I just shared that on Instagram, because like I said, we don't always do a Peloton class. And for me, when I looked at the calendar, I was like, oh, so satisfying, these little dots every day that you've done a class.
Right.
And then I was thinking, that's just a little motivation for me to make sure that I can get on. So what I was thinking for myself is, if you have the phone, then I'd still put the class on, and even though I can't get the right tension, I can still
you get approximate.
Get an idea, because now we've done it for 20 days, so I know when they're like 20 to 40, I'm going to be spinning my legs pretty quick. But if they say 50 to 70 for resistance, I'm going to be up and out of the saddle and like pushing myself hard.
I think to be honest too, I think the more challenges we do, we'll probably fall into this even more in a good way. It's like, I kind of forgot that we're even just doing a challenge. I was just like, oh, we bike now. Like we bike every day, and if you miss it, then you don't feel as good. So for the positive things, like, I feel better. We both lost a little bit of weight. I'm sure you feel maybe a little bit like lighter on your feet and your legs. Like when you're first on the bike and you're spinning at 90 cadence, that feels really, really, really fast. And then you learn how to get better at it, and I guess just more athletic.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I remember even just the first week saying to you, like, I don't even know how I could get my legs moving at 100 cadence.
Oh, 100 is fast.
Then today I was on there and I was doing 117.
Right.
So
yeah. So I think, we'll leave our final judgments and conclusions to the end, but so far, really, really liking the fact that we bought a bike and that we're making this a part of our routine.
Our daily routine, for sure. Well, we will do another follow up at the end of 40 days.
Yeah, at the end of February, beginning of March.
And we are going to be starting the third challenge
of 2022
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
stay tuned for that video.
All right. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.